and then I'm talking to someone, then God says no, then I break it up, and I'm single for a year, and then talking to someone, and then God says no, then I break it up.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to a video titled The Single Life. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. So here we go.
I loved bad guys. I loved guys that had a name, and most of them were just emotionally unavailable. And yes, I did have major daddy issues until I gave my life to Christ in 2007. I was really just tired of going round in circles and just getting messed around by the same guys.
She wants the best guy, right? So she's gonna go for that kind of guy, which tends to be the bad boy. Who has, you know, if he's an athlete, he gets all the girls, oh, I want him. Yeah. He's the one that I want, right? So that's the common thing that happens. Obviously, this is not good because, like in her experience, it has left her heartbroken. Why? Because they have options and they will not settle. The guy that you want to settle down, the bad boy, will not settle down with you because he wants to continue his options, right? Yeah. And then it's going to also lead you into an area where you're going to be sad and upset that this guy doesn't want you, where in the beginning, he wasn't the right guy to begin with.
Right.
So
exactly. And women are hardwired to go for a superior guy, right? Especially in modern times. Modern women don't want average guys, right? And the average guy is going to be faithful. Like, to be honest, an average guy would probably make for a better husband, right? Because he doesn't have a plethora of options, right? He doesn't have women beating down his door, just, you know, in regards to the finance aspect, right? So, I mean, she probably overlooked those guys, right? Probably there was a lot of guys that were interested in her that were average guys, and she just simply ignored them because they didn't have that status, money, and fame.
Jesus pursued my heart. He chased me down, he found me, and he's taken me on this journey of wholeness. And I must say, it has not been an easy ride at all. So I was introduced to Heather Lindsay very early on in my journey. She really introduced me to like intentional dating, not dating randoms, and just being content in your singleness. So a lot of my standards and my convictions come from obviously God and the Bible, but a lot of them come from just like listening to Heather Lindsay.
Really happy that she went to go seek counsel, right? And she tried to find someone that would help her, like maybe fix her mindset. Because I think what she mentioned as well is that she had daddy issues. There are things that she had unresolved, which is why maybe she went for those kind of guys. Yeah. Looking for the wrong thing, you know? So now, after having those experiences, unfortunately, right? It is what it is now. And now she's trying to like better herself. Of course, yeah, ideally you don't want her to do all those things. But I guess for me, like, I'm just happy that she's learned from it and she's not making it worse for herself. There are women who, come on, there are women who know what they're doing and they just continue like down the cycle. They don't actually go try to find people to help them, like fix the problem.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, that's fair, but I mean, on the flip side, it might be too late.
I know God is always trying to protect me and he uses other people to speak to me. So I'm really grateful for Heather Lindsay's voice in the world, because I don't know if I would have got as far if it wasn't for Heather Lindsay. I'm just going to be real. So I know a lot of you guys hear me tell stories about this ex and this guy that I was dating and this guy and this guy. And I know some of you are probably thinking like, damn, Brini, how many guys have you dated? And honestly, I like to extract as much experience from these situations as possible. It's only been like 4 or 5, like if I can be real, it's only been like 4 or 5 different guys in the whole 10, 11 years that I've been dating.
Stop the cap.
4 guys in 11 years.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys caught it, but
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she's been single for like 10, 11 years. Yeah. And she's only been talking to guys or dated guys, like 4 or 5 of them. But maybe she's talked more stories on her channel. But
you got to times that by at least 3 or 4.
Oh, every time?
Every time, yeah. They know. They know what I'm talking about.
You guys, times it by 3 if she tells you 5? Really?
Come on. You've been with 4 guys in 11 years.
Okay, fine. In her situation, I'm not sure if I fully believe 4 or 5 guys. And to be honest, that's a very long time frame, and yeah, it just that doesn't really make sense. Yeah. For every girl though? Not even her, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, for every girl, when she tells you, oh, I've had 10 bodies, you times that by 3?
If she's been single for 11 years,
Okay.
according to her, single for 11 years. That basically means those guys weren't serious guys. They were guys that you just, I guess, casually dated.
One guy every 2 years.
Right. So that's one guy every 2 years. So you dated one guy for 2 years, but there was no official title. So I guess it was just kind of friends with benefits. Like, does that make sense?
That could have been the situation. Yeah, that could have been it.
The devil sends me. Now I'm joking. Now I'm joking. I feel like somehow I just start talking to guys, and before you know it, I've already caught feelings, because I catch feelings so fast. Like, God is just probably looking at me like, another one. Like, seriously? No, but seriously, I just feel like if God doesn't say go, then it's a no. Like, that's just how I do relationships, okay? If God doesn't say go, it's a no. Like, tweet that. But throughout the years, there's definitely been times when I've just been like super single. Like, nobody's checking for Rini. Like, nobody's making my hotline blink. It's just dead. And then the next thing you know, Mr. Right Now is knocking on my door, and I'm just like, I'm weak. Okay.
Right. So let me get this straight. Is she saying that if Mr. Right comes along right now, is she going to get into a relationship, or is she saying that she's going to have...
No. So what she's trying to say is that, like, so she'll talk to a guy. She figures out that she doesn't like him, or God said no. So she'll drop him. And then a year later, another guy pops up, talks to him. She figures out, no, that's not it. And then let's say Mr. Right Now knocks on her door, slides in her DMs, and it's like, oh, I'm weak. I've been single for so long, you know, like,
from
I'm
a sexual perspective.
I'm guessing,
because she's been single for 11 years, right? So we can only assume.
Yeah.
We can only assume that it's going to be sexual.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing: God has nothing to do with that thought process.
Yeah.
I mean, that's on you. If it was up to God, you would have gotten married a long time ago.
But that's the thing, though. I think she just, again, what she's trying to say is that she fell for temptation. She made the decision that, like, let me just make this clear. There are plenty of guys in front of you, right? You'll have the really nice guy. Maybe there's like 2-3 really nice guys in front of you that could be potentially great husbands, and then another 2-3 guys that are bad boys that you shouldn't even be talking to. Okay, yeah. It's the ones. Like, you will have temptation around you. It's your choice to have discernment to say what my decision's going to be moving forward. Who do I choose?
Fully single for a year, and then I'm talking to someone. Then God says no. Then I break it up. And I'm single for a year, and then talking to someone, and then God says no. Then I break it up, and the cycle goes on again. I'm really making light of the situation, but that's legit how it happens. God's just like, no. No.
Unfortunately, especially nowadays, like with the rise of social media, things like that, and music, with, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of it is very sex talk. And a lot of women kind of fall for the trap thinking like, oh, let me have a hot girl summer, or let me, talk to multiple guys at once and things like that. And you think that's what you're supposed to do, right? And then you do it, then you realize afterwards that's not how you should have went about your situation or yourself. So...
Well, this goes back to the feminist movement, right? The feminist movement is teaching women to be sexually liberated and free. You know what I mean? Like, those are the images that we see. The Lizzos of the world, even the Beyoncés of the world, right? Where all my single ladies at. So women are following these people thinking this is the way to go. And she's a prime example of that, because years later, she's now saying...
Regretting it.
You know what I mean? Like, she's regretting it and now saying, I shouldn't have done this, right? So... it is what it is.
You know you're in a wrong relationship when you can't even pray about it. You don't want to pray about it because you don't want God to say no. God's gonna say, nah, not that one. No, he's not the one. Sorry, next. But I like to believe that God has big plans for us and big plans for me, and he'll never tell me to let go of something without a reason. He may not tell me the reason, but there is a reason, But obviously it's difficult when you've like caught feelings and stuff, and you have to tell them, my daddy don't like.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this video. I mean, she keeps talking about God in this situation, but it seems like God has given her multiple good men, good man after good man after good man. And God's like, what the Kobe? Like, I gave you all these good men, and you just completely passed up on them, right? This is not a God issue. This is a you issue, right? God helps people that help themselves. And I mean, she is helping herself right now. At least she's acknowledging the situation, but a little too late, right? So what are your thoughts on that?
1000%. Okay, we all make decisions, and we all come through temptation, right? Time and time, it's just gonna happen. It's your choice if you take that option or not, right? You could go the good route, right? The options that the good men that are coming towards you, you could go that direction. But guess what? You decided otherwise.
And for all the men watching this, if a woman tells you that she's been single for multiple years, run. Especially if you're trying to take it serious. If you're trying to wifey the chick, you see some sort of future, run. Because she's going to string you along. She's going to play you for a fool. And she is going to discard your emotions or you as an individual, right? Because unfortunately, these types of women are broken, right? Because I know she mentioned she had daddy issues and things of that nature. So you're never going to live up to her expectations. I mean, that's just the bottom line, right? So
yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.